I wanted to share some of my process of my spiritual journey over the last 50 years. And what I want to talk about is rebounding to a happier, healthy, more vibrant place, way of living. So, near the very beginning, back when I was 15, I started my conscious journey, I guess, by concentrating on books and spiritual books and journaling and all of that. So, and what happened was I became suddenly highly aware of how I was living, the energy in my surroundings, and I found that really, really hard to cope with. So what would happen is I would be all gung-ho for a number of months, and then I would just drop it altogether, like I wanted nothing to do with spirituality, and I want to hide because it just felt so intense. So what was happening, what was already there all the time, was now going from subconscious to conscious, and that was really painful. Over the years, I continued, of course, and what would happen at times is I would, once I became aware of my process, I would sink into a deep depression. I would still continue reading and studying and going within, but I would have these long bouts of depression that would last for a week, 2, 3 weeks on end. And I would think, what the heaven is going on here? Like, I'm doing all this good spiritual work. Why is this continuing? I now, of course, realize that it's just part of the process of consciousness where, it's just part of the process. So now what I'm noticing is that I still get triggered on the occasion. My feeling body can rise, and I could go into judgment and some old patterns, but now I rebound really fast because I have those practices in place. So it's almost like I go through, like I did yesterday, a checklist of these practices, of these awarenesses and knowings I have within, as well as physical things that I do to help me reconnect and realign with my heart, like waking up at 4 a.m, meditating, readings, mantras, going for a walk in nature, and what have you. So I have that in place. So what tends to happen? And I also learn much quicker, and my habits can be very funny to me. So it does become quite humorous. So that's what I found, in my practice to date on becoming conscious, so to speak. I think there is a lot of misinformation out there in terms of some lofty goal that we should reach some nirvana or enlightened place where we don't get triggered anymore. But I believe while we're in physical body, we will always get triggered. We will always have thoughts that aren't in alignment with our heart. We will always have certain feelings that are indicative of us remaining attached or still attached to an old way of thinking. And so that's what I wanted to mainly talk about was rebounding. And now I rebound really fast. Either situations from before don't even bother me anymore, or now I rebound really quick. Something happens, my feelings can go intense, and instead of going down that rabbit hole or pit of negative feelings and trash talkings and just being depressed, I can pull out of it really, really quick. Sometimes I can still get feeling low for half a day, even 2 or 3 hours. Half a day is kind of extreme now. So try not to be too discouraged about your process. It is a continuum where, when you think about it, it took you a long time to have certain misaligned thoughts and beliefs and conditioning. If you believe in past lifetimes, then it goes way back. But if you want to focus just on this lifetime, when you think about it from the time you're, a fetus to being a child, youth, teenager, we've been conditioned. So it takes a long time to pull out of that, or it can. It's just my experience. I've told it doesn't have to be, but now it doesn't take me a long time. But that's with practice, and it doesn't have to. Like for me, it's taken, over 50 years to get to this place. But there are many young folks who are born conscious and don't experience what I experience. It's just my life and my generation of unconsciousness and my process. So yeah, it just blows me away. I come across some youth who are, they could be 10 years old, and I sense they are more conscious or evolved or further ahead, whatever you want to say about it, than I am now at 67. It just blows me away, but it makes me smile, and that's the way it goes. The younger generation is, on the whole, more conscious coming out of the gate. Anyways, rebounding. I rebound much quicker now. So I've learned to have a lot more patience with myself, know that my process is working and that all is well. And I just need to sometimes ride out the storm. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.